apparently I didn't spend too much time on the phone. I created quite a kerfuffle with my Michael Jordan opinion one day last week, and where I said, there's a lot of mythology about Michael Jordan because a lot of people 35 and under who love him never watched him actually play. It's just YouTube highlights. Something to remember about Michael Jordan is that, and it's very unique in the history of basketball. No other player has this. And Michael is certainly as good as anybody I've ever seen. Relentless, great in crisis, laser focused, super competitive, loved watching him play. I'm still a huge fan of Michael Jordan. But you can criticize Magic Johnson, who ended up in 30% more finals. And you can certainly criticize LeBron James, who has smashed every Michael Jordan record. But you can't criticize Michael. Why? Well, think about it in these terms. Think about how powerful just ads are on TV or radio. My career has been a series of reading ads or ads elevating all my platforms. They can sell us soda. They can sell us cars. They can sell us jewelry just by a 30-second ad. The Air Jordan campaign is the greatest marketing campaign in the history of our domestic sports. Ever. Any athlete. Nothing's close. Michael made $225 million last year still on his shoes. Just understand how powerful commercials are. And now, an Air Jordan campaign for 20 years devoted to one human. It's created a Teflon shield around Michael. So that when he punches Steve Kerr, well, he's just very competitive. If Draymond Green punches Jordan Poole, a cocky, trash-talking reserve, throw him out of the league. Draymond doesn't have the protective shield, the power of Nike. Michael Jordan, best friend Charles Barkley, 15 years. Barkley goes on the air, does his job, is critical. He ghosts him, no longer talks to him. Who does that? Protective shield. Baseball, Wizards mess, failing as an owner, struggling with teammates early, pre-Phil Jackson. It's all protected. Nobody's saying, you can criticize LeBron, you can criticize Kareem, you can criticize anybody. Magic, Kobe, Duncan. You can't criticize Michael Jordan. That's why I call it mythology. It's as if he never missed a shot. He had lots of bad finals games, a couple against the Sonics, a couple against the Utah Jazz. He's human. Michael's always been great at elevating Michael. I said this last week, and I'll say it again, the two Phils. Phil Jackson, Michael, you're a selfish player. Do you want to win championships or be a scoring champ? Trust your teammates more. Phil Jackson, the smartest basketball coach of my entire lifetime, perhaps ever, probably ever. Michael understood that. That was the first Phil. The other Phil was Phil Knight, the number one visionary in American sports marketing in the history of my life. The two Phils. Now, give Jordan credit. He was glamorous. He was great. He was focused. He was capable of being coached if he respected you. So he deserves a lot of credit for that. I mean, people all over this country try to help people and they just won't listen. Michael listened and became probably the greatest basketball player ever when he started trusting teammates and winning championships. But just think of the power of the Air Jordan marketing brand. It has created a shield around Michael that any criticism, but Colin, he won at North Carolina. A lot of people have won championships at Carolina and Kansas and UConn and Duke. College basketball's always been lopsided. 6 programs have most of the talent. Well, he won in the Olympics. Yes, that team was pretty loaded. He had help beating Tunisia. Nobody's discounting how great of a college player, how great of an Olympian, how great of a player, how great of a marketer. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of mythology, as if he wasn't difficult early pre-Pippen. He's won exactly one playoff series pre-Pippen. Is that he didn't need coaching, or that baseball wasn't a failure. I mean, I appreciate the effort, or that the Wizards wasn't a disaster. Even as an owner, it was classic Michael. He made a fortune owning the Hornets. But he could control the narrative as a player. He couldn't as an owner. People take things that happened to Michael Real things like he punched a teammate. That's a cheap shot. Well, Draymond punched a teammate. Is that a cheap shot? All of the issues are always, well, it was just very competitive. Draymond's not competitive? But Colin, Draymond works at the volume. The point being is, think of the power of the Air Jordan marketing campaign. Probably the most brilliant campaign ever. And for the record, there's a reason it works. Michael's great looking. Michael's got glamour. Michael, the dress, the earring, the smile, the game, the panache. Michael had it all, right? He's an easy guy to market. But take a deep breath. You can criticize every basketball player ever, except Michael. He was human too. He had flaws too.